celebrating life. If you don't know, agape means unconditional love in Greek. And Martin Luther King Jr. said it's the love of God operating through the human heart. What I've come to understand and what's really popping for me is that agape is an unbelievable love of life. So the question I want to ask you is, do you love your life? Do you wake up every day loving what your life is giving you? Are you loving the canvas that you get to paint the picture of your life on? If not, it's time to find your juice. It's time to find that thing that lifts you, that brings you that sense of excitement that you're going to accomplish something that is fulfilling and meaningful to you. And you notice I said to you. If it's meaningful and fulfilling to you, the right people will also benefit from it. As you can tell, this is what I love to do. I love teaching about how to better self-love through conscious living. I love to meditate. I love to connect. I love relationships. So today we're going to explore that. We're going to explore relationships at a different level today. But before we do, I want to invite you to, let's get centered. So bring yourself to a comfortable, seated upright position. Your back is straight. Your hands are gently resting on your lap. Your index fingers and thumbs are connected. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breathing. Gentle, easy, rhythmic breathing in and out through the nose. Become conscious, become aware that breath is life and that life is breathing itself into you as life. You and life are one. You cannot be separated. So in that, visualize a point of light about 18 inches above your head. This is your connection to the infinite. And visualize as you breathe from that point of light, a golden light moves through the crown down through the crown of your head, through your third eye, between your eyebrows, through your throat, and it moves into your heart. And then on the exhale, that light moves out into every cell of your body, to the space between the cells, and surrounds you in a bubble of white light. We're going to do some deep breathing. So on the breath in, you're breathing from that light above your head down into your heart. On the breath out, you're breathing into your cells, the space between the cells, and surrounding yourself with this beautiful creative light. So take a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now I want you to bring all of your awareness to your heart center. And I want you to visualize that your heart is open. It is so open that it is easy for you to give love. And just as important, it's easy for you to receive love. So the first thing is breathe into your heart and receive love. Breathe out from the heart to give love. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. With your heart open, I want you to think about your body. Can you accept your body? Can you accept, no matter what age you are, what condition you're in, what physical shape you're in, can you accept your body as it is? This is loving yourself. Love and acceptance are interchangeable words. So if you can accept your body, you're loving it. And if you're loving it, you'll free it of stress. You'll free it of disease. It is only in judgment that there's stress. It's only in judgment that disease can exist, because disease must have stress to feed off of. So we're talking about self-love. Can you love your body? And the answer is yes. Can you love your mind? And the answer is yes. Can you love what you feel? And the answer is yes. Can you love life? And the answer is yes. For this next week, I would invite you to make this your mantra that you say every day. I love my life, and my life loves me. I love my life, and my life loves me. Notice how good that feels. You're loving life, and life is loving you. Know that there is a healing taking place within you, and that healing is happening because of your own love. Your own love for you. Bless it. And every day affirm throughout the day your new mantra. I love my life, and life loves me. Fill your heart with gratitude for everything that you are, every cell, every tissue, every organ, your body, your mind, your experiences, your past, and whatever your future brings. Love it. And in this state of gratitude, start to come back to this time, to this place, to this day. And when you're ready, open your eyes to the new you, to your new body, to your new mind, to your new life. Well, today, I thought I would talk about the idea and see how you agree, whether you agree with me or not. But here's the thing that came to me. Without relationships, we have nothing. Now just start to think about that before I go on and I extrapolate on that idea. Without relationships, we have nothing. Think about this. Everything in our life centers on our relationships. Right now, as I'm talking, everything centers on my relationship to the material that I'm presenting, to the camera in front of me, to the lights in front of me, to the temperature I'm surrounded by, to where I'm doing this talk. It's all about relationships. And when we can understand that everything centers on our relationships, that's a big key to living an expansive and fulfilling life. Here's a big thing to remember, though. All our relationships are based on our perceptions. Think about that. I can look at one thing, you can look at the same thing. We have different perceptions. We will have a different relationship with it. I look at a lab and I go, oh my God, I love that dog. That dog is just the epitome of love in an animal. Someone else will look at a lab and say, that dog is too big. Or my God, all the responsibility that goes with it. Everyone has a different perception. You can see that in the world today, the different perceptions that people have on things. Here's the key thing to remember. No one has the same perception. Everyone's perception is different. When you understand that, then relationships can develop differently because you're not having an unrealistic expectation from someone because they're not seeing it the same way you are. I've been married, I'm in my 50th year of marriage. I know. The camera tells me it's hard to believe because you look so youngly. But the fact of the matter is, I have been married 50 years. And my wife's perception of our relationship is different than mine. But here's the key thing. Whether it's different or not, the relationship is working for both of us. That's why we're in relationship. And because we're in relationship, how we communicate is based on our relationships. Do you get that? Right now, if you were in class with me, I would communicate with you as I'm the teacher and you're the student. That's a relationship. When I communicate with my granddaughter who was just visiting, she's 4.5. I communicated as her grandfather. She communicated as my granddaughter. My son was visiting. Same thing, father to son. Myself to spouse. Myself to business people. Myself to people that are a hostess or a waitress or a waiter, whatever it is. The communication we have is based on our relationships. Let me take that a little bit even deeper. How we communicate in our relationships is also based on our relationship with ourselves. Do you get that? I will treat that person in front of me only as good as I treat myself. I will treat my wife only as good as I treat myself. So if I want to treat my wife better, I've got to treat myself better. If I want to love and treat my granddaughter better, I got to love and treat myself better. You know, at Agape, we teach everything begins and ends with self-love, and at the same time, everything begins with me. It begins with you. It doesn't begin with the other person. It begins with you. So let's examine this a little bit more and talk about what types of relationships are there. Well, the first and most important relationship is the one we have with ourselves. And do we have a good relationship? Are we loving? Are we accepting? Are we expanding? Are we growing in our relationship with ourselves? Do we understand what is the essence of who we are? Do we know that we're an individualization of infinite consciousness and that all the power to create is within us? That's a talk in and of itself. Do you know that you have this body and mind and they're there for you to use? So you have a relationship with what? Your body. What is that relationship with your body? It's how you use your body. It's what you do with your body. It's what you feed your body. It's what you drink with your body. It's where you take your body. Do you give your body enough rest? Again, what is your perception about your body? You have a relationship with your mind. Do you control what your mind thinks, or do you let it run away with you? Do you allow your mind to be influenced by people outside of you? Are you blindly accepting things, or are you the master of your mind? Here's another relationship. What is your relationship with your past? This is a big one, because this one really holds people stuck, because they think their past defines them. The fact of the matter is, your past may be positive, it may be negative, but the truth is, your past was always in balance. You were always equally supported and challenged. You were always challenged and equally supported, but you've got to look for either side. When you're in balance with your past, you're living in love. When you're in balance in your mind, you're living in love. When you're in balance in your body has perfect health. What about our relationship with the future? Do you understand that your thoughts that you're thinking right now are creating your future? Do you realize that everything you say, think, do, feel is creating the mental atmosphere, the mental energy that creates your future? Are you choosing consciously so that you can have the future that you desire? What about the relationship with your soul? Do you realize that you are infinite, that you were created out of infinite consciousness? Do you realize that your soul, that part of infinite consciousness that you represent, has a body, it has a mind, it has the past, it has the future, it has words, it has emotions, it has actions. All of those things are what the soul uses to experience life. And the soul's purpose is to experience as much life as it can. And it uses the body, uses the mind, it uses time and space to create that experience. The soul is the observer. It's not attached. It's our mind that's attached. So this is all related to you. So then we go, what about your relationship with others? You see, as you get these prior relationships working, your relationships with others improves. At least people who are a vibrational match to you. You're never going to be a vibrational match to everyone. Give up the idea. When you're with people that are not a vibrational match to you, just shut up. Go back to my talk about shut the F up. Sometimes you can't convince anyone to be different. So give up the idea that you can. Here's the thing you can do. You can be the best you can ever even imagine. That's how you influence others, by the light that you shine, by the person you are and who you are in every situation. What type of relationship then do you have with the planet? Do you really enjoy Mother Earth? This is an incredible playground. Mountains, lakes, air, wind. Oh man, there's so much animals, there's plants, there's so much to appreciate, to explore, to experience on this planet. Just walking with bare feet in the ocean, hiking in the Himalayas, walking in the desert. What kind of relationship do you have with the planet? But most importantly, what kind of relationship do you have with life? Do you realize that life is a playground for you to experiment, for you to create, for you to experience more and more and more, and that experience is unlimited. That's why I sit here in front of you juiced for life, because while I've had tremendous amounts of experience, I know I have just cracked the surface. The key thing is, the basis of all relationships is the relationship we have with ourselves. It's the amount of self-love. From self-love comes self-worth. Self-worth is an energy that attracts to us everything. If you don't love yourself, you're going to have a low self-worth. If you have a low self-worth, you're going to have a limited experience. Wouldn't it be wise to spend whatever amount of time it is required to truly understand who you are and to perfect your relationship with yourself? If you truly understood the purpose of your relationship with yourself, wouldn't you commit to spend whatever time it took to perfect, to grow, and enhance that relationship? It's what I've dedicated my life to. I would invite you to get to dedicate your life to you so that you can have the most expansive experience of life and you become a light that teaches others by your example how they too can have a more expansive life. And then we come together and that expansiveness grows and grows and grows. We can't force anything, but we can attract to us that which we are. Become the light. Dedicate this next year to you learning how to better self-love with each other. I'm so grateful you joined me today. And I want to take it a little bit further and let you know that everything you need to plug into Agape is at agapespiritualcenter.com. If you felt this talk was worthwhile, make a donation to us so that we can do more of this, bring more of this to more people in the world. Also, if you go to agapespiritualcenter.com, I am doing classes starting this month. I've got a class on self-love. I got a class on the basics of science of mind, spirituality, and I'm also doing a couples workshop online. Anywhere in the world you can participate with me. And when you walk away from that 4-week workshop on relationships, you will have the blueprint of creating the most perfect relationship. I've used everything I've ever learned in my experience of over 50 years to build that. I know it works. I demonstrate it. I experience it. And I want you to have that ability too. Also, if there's something you would like to know more about, write it in the comments. Put it in the comments in YouTube. I would love to be able to address what you think is important. My job that I've chosen is to teach how to better self-love through conscious living, to teach a practical spirituality that you can use, to teach how you can heal yourself. I'm here for you because it's what I love to do. I want you to find that passion as well. So with that, make it an Agape week. Know that you are loved. Until next time.